I never thought there was going to be a light at the end of the tunnel, as they say, but there is a light, and that light has come about for me. I was born in Worcester, Mass. in 1953. I was the only girl with two older brothers, strict Italian family. I happened to be a change of life baby, so my parents were much older. I mean, it was strict, very strict, and they all had their set rules. You couldn't feel, you couldn't have emotion, you could be seen and not heard type thing. Whatever we wanted, we had to earn it. So I went and started doing odd jobs at 10 years old. I started babysitting, I started cleaning house, I started ironing clothes for people. I didn't feel like I was smart enough to go to college because I had such a problem studying in school. When I was 16, I went to Lake George on vacation from the phone company. I decided to go watch this guy do his parasailing. This guy was being pulled out by a boat. As a parachute came off the man and knocked everybody over, and I just got engulfed in ropes. All of a sudden, boom. The next thing I knew, I was being dragged out into the middle of the lake by my mouth, being pulled by the boat. I went right into shock. Didn't know if I was going to die, choke to death, drown. I was in shock for a long time. And I wasn't treated correctly. They just passed it off like it was just a simple accident. But mentally, I felt like a vegetable. And I couldn't explain it to anybody.
Rose's parasailing experience had profound impact on a psychological level. It really changed and altered the way the synapses in her brain fire. It changed her personality.
Started off with opiates and it continued on. I had tried out a number of different psychedelics. I mostly had a problem with cocaine for years.
She knew that she was using drugs to dull that pain, and the way she was using them, when she describes it, she really was self-medicating. It wasn't to escape and to feel great and relaxed. It was really just to get by.
I just looked at it as this was normal for me. I didn't know how to function without it and didn't realize that this was a problem. My addiction really affected my children. And I was unaware of that because I was so involved in trying to take care of what was wrong with me. I mean, I provided for my children, but they needed more than that. After doing a drug program in prison, I was being put back in society with my children, which I wanted very badly, but I wasn't really treated for my drug problem.
When it was evident to me and my sister that my mother relapsed, and we saw all the signs, like we seen her passing out, her falling asleep, her having weird hours, and I was 11, 12 years old, and I remember her leaving in the middle, and I'm like, no, you're not leaving. I'm going with you. And I went with her that night to whatever she was, either she was selling or she was picking up. But then she told me to go inside of a Dunkin' Donuts. I went inside, I came out, she was gone. It was like at 3 in the morning. I remember just walking home on my own, and like we lived in a bad neighborhood. There was no reason for a child my age to be out on the streets. I didn't want to talk to my mom. I didn't believe that she'd be able to recover from that point. Like, I thought she hit rock bottom and there was no coming back.
So here, having no relationship with my children tore me up. And I was willing to do whatever it took to get better, because I needed to. I needed to get better. St. Francis helped me be a person again. I got a doctor, I got a therapist, I got a psychiatrist. It helped me with food stamps, it helped me with clothing. Everything was here under this roof of St. Francis House.
She came to St. Francis House looking for a second chance, and with that second chance, she entered the Moving Ahead program. She went through the intensive 14 weeks, and she graduated the program and just has blossomed into a wonderful leader, not only to the current students, but also to the alumni that come in.
She was able to ask for counseling help to address mental illness, as well as educational guidance, housing support, really rebuilding her life, and I mean from scratch. Rose is an amazingly strong woman.
I believe Rose can do anything that she puts her mind to, and as long as she continues to do what she's doing, there's nothing that Rose cannot do.
When I started St. Francis House, there was retreats that were going on with St. Ignatius Spirituality Project out in at Boston College. I loved it, and it helped me so much in my process of healing that I wanted to get more involved. So I got involved doing the retreats myself. It's all about giving back again. It's for women that have been homeless, incarcerated, that have an addiction, to show them another way of life. They can do something, they can become somebody. So I love my life now, very much so. I love myself now. Before I couldn't say that. And I have so much love to give. My children today and myself have such a bond that I never imagined. I mean, and it's only getting better as the time goes on.
I'm so proud of my mom. She's amazing. Literally, the strength that she has. But then if you look at how far she's come and all the adversity she's faced to where she is today, how could you not look up to her?
St. Francis gave my life back. I got my life